What's up, guys? It is me, Mr. Cordell, and we are reacting to horror, scary, short videos. Now, the last time we did alter real horror short film. Now we'll do animated by Want to See Entertainment. So this is my first scary video Friday. Scary Video Friday. SVF or Scary Video Friday. I pronounce it FVF. SVF. Yeah. So this is Want to See Entertainment. If you don't know the channel, go subscribe to it. Just click subscribe. I'm gonna do it right now. Click it. So I want to say thank you, Want to See Entertainment, for like just existing, for being y'all have very scary videos. I enjoy watching your videos. You know what? You deserve a Nintendo Switch Lite. You deserve this. You deserve this. All right, here. You want it? Yeah. Oh, well, you can't get it because you have your own YouTube channel. So make your own money. So buy it yourself. Yeah. Okay, the first animation we're gonna be watching is the boy sitting on the bench. I don't even know why I'm watching this at night. A quick field trip. This. So, guys, I am watching at night. As you can see, someone might stop me through the window. So, yeah. So, I'm watching this at night. So, nobody. No. And again, pink curtains. This is my sister's room. This is the quietest room I know. Alright? Unlike my room. I share my room with my brother. Let's not talk about that. Alright, let's watch it.
A few years ago, it was in January.
Yeah.
It was so cold that our town was all frozen, and the streets were very quiet back then. I was living on the second floor of the apartment building at that time, and I could see a small park and a bench in the direction of my balcony. One night, it was around 9 p.m.
That's
My
the
cell
time.
battery had just died, so I went near the balcony to pick up my charger, and I saw a child sitting on a bench about 30 meters away.
Oh, God.
It was snowing heavily outside at the time, so I thought it was a little weird for a child to sit
Ain't
on
scary.
a bench alone in the middle of the night,
Why are you sitting on the bench?
especially on this
What are your
cold day.
parents?
However, I soon decided not to care about him, thinking that he's just waiting for his parents. Then I surfed the website for a while, and it was about 12 a.m.
12 a.m.
I went back to the balcony to lock the
12
window,
to freaking
and
a.m.
that kid, he was still sitting on the bench.
What? How you not freezing?
Looking at the back of his head, I began to worry that something might be wrong with him. So, after thinking about it for a long time, I posted a post on the website I often go. Guys, there's a child out there in this time. Should I call the police?
Yeah.
I then looked back at the bench. Maybe I can talk to him for a second. Thinking like this, I opened the window and shouted at the child. Hey! Hey, kid! He seemed not to hear my
Hey,
voice.
kid.
He was just sitting there, not even looking at me.
Don't make fun of my
I
haircut.
shouted to him a few more
You know,
times, then gave up.
it's not that bad.
Went back to the living room, checking the comments, and there was one comment caught in my eyes. Hey, listen, that is not a human. Just shut the door and go to sleep. Do not talk to him.
He did talk to him. You're in danger. You're about to die.
I slowly went out to the
I'm sorry.
balcony again, and to my surprise, the child was gone.
He's in your house.
Was he a real ghost, or just gone somewhere? Thinking
Oh,
like
God.
this, I tried to shut the window that I had left open earlier, and looked down at the window inadvertently. And there was a child. He was standing in front of the first floor, still turning back. Holding my breath, I got so surprised that I quickly closed the window and locked it completely.
Locked it. Call the cops.
However, I ended up staying up all night that
Oh, my
day.
God. Call the police.
Eventually, nothing happened that day. But I still think it's the weirdest experience of my life. What if I didn't see his comment at that moment? Wouldn't that ghost have come into my house through the window? Of course, that kid may be a real person, but I still can't forget the back of his head.
I want to see what his face looked like. I didn't see what his face looked like. But that was a good story. I was really like expecting a jump scare. Yeah, I know my voice crack. Oh, stop. No wonder why people ditch me. Now, the next one is we're gonna watch the reason why I hate insects. Oh my god, something bad might happen. Ooh, let's watch it. Seems interesting. Ugh! Ugh!
I never had a problem with insects.
Well, y'all hear that? Yeah.
I never had a problem with insects. However, spiders were the only exception because I was bitten by one a few years ago.
Spiders can be annoying.
To me. I was only 12 years old at the time. That day, we had a small party at school where everyone had to bring something to eat. I went to the big table where the others had already put everything in. After I found an empty seat, I took my small airtight container out of my pack, but I froze as soon as I opened it. There were only insects left inside, and I could see some of the bugs falling on my legs and on both of my shoes. Everyone was staring at me in complete silence, especially my teacher, who was even more terrified. She asked me how long the food had been in the container. Of course, I explained to her that I had only wrapped it this morning, but I was literally able to see all the insects moving around inside the container. Besides, this situation in front of my classmates was incredibly uncomfortable for me. It was embarrassing. That's why I ran to the restroom, trying to get rid of the insects. It was during the winter season, so when I headed home, it was already dark outside. After that terrible incident, I was walking along the usual route in a depressed mood, and suddenly, rustling behind me, I stopped and looked around.
What was that?
I couldn't see anything that could make that sound. Oh, well, it's probably just my imagination. However, as I continued to walk, I saw a middle-aged man with a disgusting face and greasy hair standing in front of me. What are you doing out here all alone so late, young lady? He asked me.
What are you doing out here with your teeth unbrushed?
I replied that I was just on my way home.
Brushed them in 9 years.
None of my neighbors were there at the time. I froze and couldn't move a single muscle when he asked me if I was hungry.
Probably the insect man.
I was such a fool. I answered yes. Then he offered me some of his food, but I turned it down at first.
Do not.
I was only thinking about what I should do at that moment.
Do not.
And how I could escape from the horrible situation. But when he opened his container, I couldn't believe my eyes.
Was it?
A horrible smell got into my nose, and I saw it. The bugs. A crowd of insects flew in my face with a deafening loud sound. In horror, I screamed and fell to my back on the road. My arm must have been injured, but I didn't have any time to feel my injury. When my gaze slowly went upwards, this weird man slowly took a bug and he ate it. As soon as I saw this very sight, I felt like I was going to throw up at any moment.
Just throw up.
All of a sudden, something started crawling up my leg, and there were spiders all over it. Being extremely terrified, I jumped up immediately and ran as quickly as I could. Fortunately, he didn't follow me, and I never saw that man again around my town.
I can feel the
but
spiders.
the insect phobia has remained. I didn't tell my family about that incident because they wouldn't believe me anyway. Every time I see insects, the thought of him comes back to me. Even a ladybug scares me now. Nevertheless, there is a question that never leaves my head. If I had failed to run away that day, what would the man have tried to do with me?
Beat you! Plot twist. The gummy worms. That was... Oh my god. That was crazy. That was pretty crazy, guys. Okay, the next one we're going to be reacting to is... Okay, guys, we're going to be watching My Stalker. Let's get into it. It's already playing, so...
I was a shift manager for a local big box pharmacy and convenience store. It was right across my backyard, and I could probably sprint there in under a minute if I... Really wanted to, so it really worked out for me. I was in my late 30s. I worked out quite
You
a
old.
lot, and while I was fit, I was still a small
I like how it's a man
Even
over
though I
a
was
woman.
married, I would constantly get hit on and asked out. It was pretty flattering, but it always made me feel really awkward. Now, this particular store I worked at was in a really weird part of town. It was on the right side of town to attract the Karens, but close enough to the not-so-good side of town to attract the drug addicts, drunks, and psychopaths. Anyway, let me say that I'm not someone that gets scared easily. I've had someone high on meth crash their car into the side of the store, causing the back of our store to bend inward because we didn't carry pineapple juice. I
What?
had a man pick me up and throw me over his shoulder and start walking out the door with me, saying that I'd make a good wife. Yeah, that's one for another time. Anyways, it all started on a Sunday morning. I remember this because I was really busy building end caps and making sell signs. I was working with my favorite coworker, so the day was flying by and I was really bubbly this day. There was a man and his son that came into the store and they made a beeline for me. The man was probably just a little under 6 foot and he was skinny. The man had dreadlocks and a long skinny silver earring dangling from his ear. He also had this really tan trench coat that I found really odd because it was summer. Nonetheless though, I had then greeted them and asked if they needed some help.
Stop
The man
smiling.
spoke with a really thick Jamaican accent, and he said that his GPS stopped working, and he wanted to see if we had any. I let out a really small laugh, thinking he was messing with me. No, that would be at Best Buy or something, but we do have a small section of electronics on this wall over here. I indicated the wall to the back of me. Oh, thanks, he said, taking a look, but also keeping his eyes on me. Something about those eyes just really chilled me. He was speaking another language to his son, but I kept going on about my task for the day, and he would call me to help him, asking me questions about chargers and SD cards. I answered them, and then he started telling me how beautiful I was.
It's a black
Really
man too.
awkwardly, I had thanked him. You must work out, yeah? He asked. Yeah, yoga mostly. I replied while getting more and more uncomfortable now.
Get
He
away.
made some more comments about my body, telling me how he loved my tattoos, and he was just really being a creep. I tried to stay polite though, and eventually I just walked away to do some more work.
So loud.
I started to avoid him, but he was still staring at me. The man had his phone out, and I kept hearing the shuddering
I like
of
my
the camera.
sarcastic words.
I went to the office to tell my other coworker that I thought the guy was taking my picture, and I was just really feeling uncomfortable.
Call the police.
He then came out and watched over me. Shortly after my coworker came out, the man and his son then left. By the time the end of my shift came, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
A few weeks later, I was up front ringing customers with a different coworker. We were crazy busy that day, but I was the manager on duty. After we got the line down, my coworker then handed me an envelope. What's this? I asked her.
Envelope. What do you mean?
I don't know. Some man in
sorry.
dreadlocks told me to give it to you, she said. I took the envelope and I went into my office with it.
It better not be bad.
Inside the envelope were dozens and dozens of pictures of me. My heart sank. I had no idea that these were taken. Most of them were of me in the store while working. Some of me
Y'all have to think that I'm shocked because he took pictures of her. But no, I'm shocked because all them photos fit in that small envelope.
walking home, and some even with me and my daughter.
Wait, you have a
felt
daughter?
sick.
I forgot. I wasn't paying attention.
There was also a note with it.
What does it
It
say?
said something along the lines of, "You're so beautiful. I'm in love with you. I'm a much better husband than what you have now. Please give me a chance."
Well, if I was a
There was
girl,
more to it, but it's in police evidence.
let me tell y'all something. If I was a girl and I went through that, you saying you're so beautiful. I'm gonna take pictures of you and stalk you. I know where you live. You're not want to come to me. Yeah.
Evidence now. The guy really stupidly left his name and address. I then called our store manager as well as the police. They took our camera footage, my statement, and the pictures and letter. They told him that he really needed to stay away from me, or the next time he's getting arrested and he's banned from the store. I was really relieved, but still really bothered by it. A few more weeks to about a month then went by. It was another really busy Sunday night. It was just myself as the manager on duty, and we had another coworker as my cashier. We were ringing things up together when I noticed a man staring at me.
It's him. Yeah, y'all really comfortable with 2 acts.
The man was tall with a medium build. He had dreadlocks and he had the same earring and long trench coat as the other man did.
You're going to
This man was really scary. His eyes were just cold and really dead and angry.
He mad.
It felt like they were staring right through my soul. He didn't have anything to purchase, just stood and stared. I tried to smile politely at him, then another wave of customers came. I got lost in helping everyone, but didn't see the man anymore. Even when things calmed down, I still didn't see him. I decided to go start facing the back of the store, and I told my coworker to call me if she needed me. As I was back there, I heard that Jamaican accent and all over. I looked up at the mirror to see that same scary man on the phone. Yeah, she's here. No, it's just one other girl here with her. I can grab her when she leaves. No problem. I was absolutely horrified.
Call the cops.
He didn't see me, so I slowly made my way up to the front. I briefly tell my coworker what's going on and then called the police and store manager. The cops took him away.
Yeah.
A few days later, a detective came to speak to me. The 2 men were brothers. They were abducting women and actually using them for human trafficking. He told me I was really lucky. I later found out that they had apparently found a woman beaten to death in their apartment. They've both since gone to prison. This still gives me really bad nightmares. What happened to that woman could have easily been me. But thank God it wasn't.
Thank God it wasn't. What is this? I'm gonna get... Oh, it's just a music video. Well, I'm not going to be able to sleep. Well, guys, that was my first scary video Friday I've had there. I hope y'all guys enjoyed my first SVF video. And I'll be doing more of these every Friday. Every single Friday, if I can. So, bye.